We're talking to Takayo once again here at Buffalo Wild Wings Old Eastwood Road location. Mike McCarroll with you alongside the coach, Takayo Siddle. Glad you're with us here today. A lot to get to. We're going to be talking about 4 games for UNCW since it's been a while since we were last here because of the holiday break. And we'll recap those games. Look ahead to a good stretch coming up at home for UNCW. They've been on the road for so long. Coming back home, first game will be on Thursday against Monmouth, and then Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock against Delaware as well. And Coach joins us now, and the sun came out on Sunday as well. You know, I know this team in a little bit of a losing skid right now, but certainly some of the adversity we always talk about that programs go through going on the road. I know you're just happy, first of all, to be back at home and have a chance to be playing back at home here this week.
Yeah, I think we all are excited to be home. I mean, it seems like we've been gone forever. We played 14 games and we've had 11 on the road. It's tough on our guys. Mentally, physically, emotionally. I mean, it's been tough on them, but we've navigated through it. We've stuck together. We haven't wavered at all. You mentioned that we are on a little skid right now, but we've been here over the last couple of years, and we've worked ourselves out of it together, and it's just a season. Is what we're dealing with. Every team goes through it, but how you respond to it is the most important thing.
And I would think with a veteran group that you have, maybe they respond better, easy for you to, talk to them, look at tape, break things down. Is that the way you see it with this team because they're such a veteran group? Yeah,
I mean, this morning was a whole, it was just making sure, as their leader. I've been in this position a few times. Over the last 3 years, we've been in this position. If you look back at 2022, we were 3-5, and then we took off. And then last year we started off 2-3. We just got our tail kicked by UConn, UNC, and Oklahoma. Then we took off. It's the same thing this season. I'm not saying that we're going to take off. I certainly hope so. But it's just a season. Adversity comes to every program. It's how you respond to it is the most important thing. And, this morning I'm spending a lot of time with them, with the group. Spent a lot of time with the upperclassmen. Spent a lot of time with them individually, to let them know that this is normal. We're going to go 30-0, 36-0. I mean, yeah, we would all like that, but this is when it starts. We're at our best when our back's against the wall, and you don't realize who you are as a team, as a person, until you experience adversity and respond the right way. So, not flinching one bit.
Yeah. Well, certainly a tough setback against Townsend on Saturday. We'll get to that a little bit later on. We want to hear from folks. We have some questions that are coming in already here, but we want to hear from you as we go through the course of this hour, talking about UNCW basketball. And again, it's been a while since we've been here, so let's rewind back to the game that we didn't get to, a couple of games before the holiday break here in the Marshall game, coaches. Again, the grueling non-conference slate for you continued on the road, taking on Marshall right before the holiday break. And as we talked about several times, that game before the holiday break is so tough sometimes, but you guys were laser focused and led from wire to wire. What'd you see from your kids in that game against Marshall?
Like you just mentioned, we were focused, and that was my whole message. Leading up to the game is the most focused team, the team that wants to be there the most, and that 40 minutes is going to have some success and have a chance to win the game. And I thought for 40 minutes, even leading up to it from our prep days, I thought we were completely locked in. I never had to address it. We were locked in for 40 minutes, and we executed our game plan to the T, and we pulled off a great win over a really good basketball team who's kind of hot right now.
Yeah, 78-69 was the final score. That was back on December 21st against Marshall. It was a game where, once again, Trezarian White, 27 points to lead the way, but you had some good balance. You had 4 in double figures in this game as well, and it seems like that is when this team is at its best, when you have 3, 4, maybe 5 guys in double figures leading the way.
It is. We have so much firepower when everybody's clicking all at once, and we haven't had that yet, I don't think. But when multiple guys are clicking and we're getting 4 or 5 guys in double figures and our assist numbers are high, that's when we're at our best. And right before break, we were playing some really good basketball, and we were really starting to shape up. And we still are in spurts. We just have to get back to it.
Another game where the turnovers were very low. You guys, number 2 in the country, I believe, right now, less than 9 turnovers per game. Why has that been the case when you're trying to play fast at some times? And also, your point guard maybe isn't a natural point guard, but he's playing like it right now in Shaquem Phillips.
Well, I think it's a combination of a few things. In that game in particular, they were switching 1 through 5, so it forced us to make more plays off the dribble one-on-one, and whether we were creating for ourselves or for our teammates, it didn't put you in situations where, teams were going to be scrambling and, potential to get a pick six steal or whatnot. They were spread it out. We were able to drive them and make plays from the paint. But we do have some veteran guys that are physically mature and mentally mature enough to understand what good offense looks like, and not turning the ball over is important to our success. So they understand that. So having a veteran group, and then our style of play. The way we want to play, where we're touching sides of the floor and everybody's getting a touch on the basketball, and we're trying to play inside out. I think all of that plays a factor in taking care of the basketball.
I thought this was one of the games, too, Marshall, where you got guys that really moved well without the ball that led to some back cuts, some nice layups as well. It's got to be pretty basketball when you get a chance to see that. And those guys learn that if you move, you have a chance to be rewarded.
Right. And that's a big part of what we do. And when we get away from that, we really struggle, having energy in our body. It leads to having energy in the ball. And when we're standing around and being stubborn not to cut and stuff, that's when we get ourselves in a lot of trouble. So we emphasize it a lot. We continue to work on it and hone in on it. But I think the main part is just making sure we have overall energy and juice to be able to do that.
And I know you've been wanting your bench to play better. Here in this game, it was 45 points off the bench compared to just 17 for Marshall. Did you continue to see? Are you starting to see some more, maybe not necessarily always points, but some good play coming from the bench?
In spurts. I think some guys are starting to play some really good basketball coming off the bench. It's been a little bit inconsistent over the last couple of weeks, but I think a lot of things go into it, so I'm not overreacting. We just have to get back to feeling good about ourselves.
When you get into conference play as you are now as well, and you're so familiar with each other, you don't have that element of surprise anymore. Right. How much more difficult does it make it, for your prep and to get ready and to try to, again, you've been here 4 years, you're going up against coaches that have been, a lot of times 5+ years, 10+ years. Is it difficult to put new wrinkles in there?
I'm not trying to put new wrinkles in. Just, I think what we've learned and what we just talked about over at Trask is that we're not sneaking up on anybody. Okay, people know what we have done. People know what we have. And so we're going to get that element of them playing with force. We're going to get that. And wanting to kick our tail, we're going to get that. And so we have to, I think the lesson that we learn is making sure that we fight force with force and more force so we can impose our will and be able to get out and run. So we have to run harder, okay? That much harder because teams know we're going to run. Okay, we have to deny a little bit harder because teams know that we're going to deny. Okay, we have to do everything with more force in order to impose our will, and I think we learned that over this past weekend.
Yeah, you're at the top. People want to knock you off that pedestal. Well, that'll bring us to a break, and that leads us to the game with Arkansas. Again, a team you're working to sneak up on after what you did at Kentucky early in December. So we'll take a break here, and we'll talk about the matchup with the Razorbacks when we return. Again, we want to hear from you, and the audience here. Continue to give us some questions. We'll pass those along to the coach in the course of this hour. Again, we're talking to Takayo at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Bourbon and barbecue sauce together as one at Buffalo Wild Wings? Bet I know how it happened. One night at a dimly lit B-Dubs, smooth bourbon bumped into tangy barbecue sauce. They chat, flirt, bat eyelashes. B-Dubs barbecue goes home with bourbon. Some hickory incense is lit. It's a full-on seduction when they just, hey ho, sorry, you know what? Got carried away there. It's just this bourbon barbecue sauce is that good. Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go sports bar.
Limited time only while supplies last. Please drink responsibly. Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talking basketball, but legendary teams let their performance do the talking. Like the Ford Bronco SUV, rugged and powerful so you can conquer just about any terrain. Connectivity that allows you to stay in touch, designed to make your adventures worth talking about for years to come. Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport. That's what legends are made of. See your Carolina Ford dealer today. Some model trims and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation of flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
The Ogden Tap Room opened its doors in the summer of 2013. The goal? Create a family-friendly restaurant and bar where the locals gather to eat, drink, and celebrate special occasions. 5 years later, it's just that. We open daily for lunch and dinner, and the bar is well known for its state-of-the-art draft system. We also have a wonderful patio that's perfect for live music and events. Come join us at the Ogden Tap Room. We'd love to share our great food, drinks, and service with you.
It's bow time. 'Tis the season for food and family, but thanks to Bojangles, you don't have to spend hours in the kitchen when loved ones come home for the holidays. Set down the spatula and put away the mixing bowls, because this holiday season, Bojangles is ready to help you celebrate with all your family favorites, like Chicken Supreme, Cajun Filet Biscuits, or a big bow box of hand-breaded chicken, scratch-made biscuits, and fixings for the whole family. We'll make the food so you can focus on making memories. Head to Bojangles and gift yourself a taste of home. It's bow time.
Keith Alton with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
Join O2 Fitness and save $15 per month with the UNCW Student Special. Your membership gives you access to all 4 locations in Wilmington, located on Independence Boulevard, Racine Drive, in Mayfair Town Center, and in Porter's Neck. Visit in club or go to o2fitnessclubs.com/UNCW. That's the letter O, the number 2, fitnessclubs with an S.com/UNCW, and a membership advisor will help you get started with your student rate.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Talking to Takayo here on this Monday afternoon, back at Buffalo Wild Wings, Old Eastwood Road location. Mike McCarron with you alongside Takayo Siddle, talking UNCW men's basketball here. And again, the Seahawks had a 4-game win streak heading into the holiday break. As they came out of that break, it was the SEC's Arkansas Razorbacks. And Coach, in the course of that game, one thing that I saw that was different, very talented team like Kentucky, but a much deeper team than Kentucky, and they came at you in waves. And again, once you beat Kentucky, you win at Rupp Arena, you're not sneaking up on anybody.
Yeah, he had those boys ready, like we knew he would, and that's the message we tried to get across to our guys. I think they understood that. I think Arkansas, they spent Christmas break together in San Diego, so he didn't let up off of them at all. And they were ready to play. And then having the Minifield kid makes their team a lot different. He's so dynamic in his ability to score the basketball and play make, and He's a difference maker. But their depth, their size, their athleticism was very impressive. We played UConn last year, and I was very impressed with them and thought they'd have a chance to do what they did. I feel the same way about Arkansas. Once they get it all clicking, if they can get it clicking, they'll be a scary team when it comes March.
106-90, the final score here. Both of those big numbers. You scored 90 points against an SEC opponent. I mean, what does that tell you about your offense and the way you guys were clicking in that game?
I thought we did some good things offensively, some things that we certainly have to clean up. But, we were sharing the basketball. We were making our threes. We were able to touch the paint at will. We did some really good things. But when you look back at it, the details of it, the discipline part of it, I don't think we were as sharp as we needed to in those two areas. And, I think, when you play any good team like that, they're going to make you pay every time you make a mistake.
Trazarian White with 28 points, a career high at the time, 25, a career high for Shaquem Phillips as well. So those two guys continue to be your leaders, and it seems like you're going as those two in particular are going right now. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing?
Well, those guys are playing some good basketball. But we're going to go as our supporting cast goes. The other guys, we have some other really good players on our team, and we're going to go as they go. This is not a two-man team. It's not a one-man team. We have strength in the unit. We always talk about that, and it's a real thing for us. Everybody needs to be playing good basketball in order for us to be at our best. So we didn't have that in that game.
KJ Jenkins off the bench with 10 points. It seems like he's been consistent off the bench, giving you 10 to 12 points, and not just the threes. He's got a nice mid-range game as well that maybe we haven't talked a lot about, but do you see him, again, another veteran guy, giving you kind of an all-around game when you look at his offensive game?
Yeah, he's getting better on that end of the floor. I think early on he was pressing a little bit too much, and he had the mentality that he had at New Mexico where it was come in and get a bunch of shots up quick, and that's all they used him for. He wants to play pro ball. He wants us to win, so he has to use that to his advantage. The way that he can shoot the ball and score the ball, he has to be a playmaker. He's going to draw a lot of attention, so he's got to be able to make the easy plays, simple plays, kickouts to his teammates, whatever it is. But, he's improved over the last couple months on that end of the floor. He's improved defensively, but we need a little bit more from him on that end of the floor.
Offensively, it seems like when you need a quick hitter, though, you need a big three. You're running something to free him up, and he's delivering more often than not. Is that what you see?
He is, and it's the type of shots that he can make. We don't have anybody on our team that can make those shots on the move, twisting in the air, flying off of screens in either direction. So he is answering the bell for us in that sense, but we just got to play better overall as a team.
Again, 9-3 non-conference slate with all the travel that you had to do, and it throws in the win against Kentucky on the road. What did you learn about your team in the non-conference slate, and what did you get out of it that you were hoping to get out of it?
Well, we got challenged in a major way, not just with our opponents, but we had an NBA travel schedule. And we didn't do that on purpose. That's just what we had. We had to do that. Nobody would come to Trask and play. Nobody. So the schedule that we put together was something that our hand was forced, and we didn't complain about it. We manned up, and I think we handled it and navigated through it about as good as any team could. If you look at it on paper, you would say, okay, you're probably going to lose against Kentucky and Arkansas. That's what most people would say. So you got 2 losses, off the gates. But we had 3 losses, and we only lost to Arkansas. We beat Kentucky. So I think, we handled that well. We had lessons that we learned in our wins, our losses. We became more connected as a group. So what that helped me learn was that we have a resilient bunch, that when we get in a hole, we can work ourselves out of it because we've been there before. We have a connected group. We have a group of high-character young men that care about winning. Those guys aren't, running around Trask right now and at their apartment. They're not running around happy. They're not happy. they want to fix this right away, and I know that we will. And so I have a lot of faith in those guys, but I love the group, and I love where we're going, and we'll be smiling by the end of the week.
Well, again, 9-3 in the non-conference slate. The road continued into the conference season. We'll take a break here. We'll talk about those games coming up next. Stay with us. Some more to come. We're talking to Takayo at Buffalo Wild Wings, Old Eastwood Road location.
Wilmington has trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments for more than 76 years. Come visit our brand new store in Independence Mall and shop the area's largest selection of diamonds, bridal jewelry, diamond fashion, Pandora, and much more. Wilmington has voted Reed's as the best jeweler for a reason. Quality jewelry, a friendly atmosphere, and personalized service are what sets us apart. Come visit us to celebrate all life's moments at Reed's Jewelers' beautiful new store at Independence Mall.
Kennedy's Real Estate Service is your local company for all your residential, brokerage, management, and appraisal needs in the Wilmington and New Hanover County area. Tim is not only a UNCW alumni, he has been your friendly broker since 1994 and providing residential appraisals since 1997. Give him a call, 910-799-1068, or visit him on the web at KennedyRES.com. Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit OleanderChiropractic.com.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Mix and match your favorite flavors like buttermilk ranch, honey mustard, and spicy. Endless combinations start with 2 warm tortillas, each filled with 100% white meat, juicy on the inside, crispy on the outside, hand-breaded chicken tenders. Any 2 wraps, now just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. These items only. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included. Visit restaurant for details.
Walk-On athletes put everything they got into the game. Walk-On Sports Bistro puts everything they got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Dig in to mouth-watering made-from-scratch Louisiana cuisine like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp. Plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. All in front of 70-plus TVs with 40 beers on tap. Watching the game at home? Well, Walk-On's family and friends bundles are available to go. You can order online or through the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro, more than a restaurant. 3710 Oleander Drive in Wilmington.
Experience what coastal living is all about in a sailfish boat from Marine Warehouse Center. Sailfish boats have been a trusted name in fishing for over 30 years with expertly crafted boats that provide the ultimate offshore fishing and on-water family experiences. Our boats are packed to the brim with features to accommodate the entire crew. Marine Warehouse has sailfish boats with Yamaha-powered outboards in stock. Get yours before they're gone. Visit Marine Warehouse on Market Street or MarineWarehouseCenter.com. Be your best self with a membership to Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone. Planet Fitness's goals for members is to feel fit-tacular through exceptional PF member experiences. For just 33 cents a day, that's $10 a month, you'll build both and relationships. The Wilmington area has 3 locations, including one close to campus on Kerr Avenue and also one in Shiloh. Let Planet Fitness make you a better you and have a little fun along the way. Check out Planet Fitness at planetfitness.com.
Is your car ready to make it to the end zone? Bring it to Matthews Motors and score big on servicing your vehicle.
That's right, Foz. We have a playbook full of unbeatable deals. Come in today to get a free multi-point inspection and a free tire rotation.
Our team of factory-trained technicians is ready to tackle any car issue. Whether it's a Hail Mary or a field goal, no job is too big.
Don't fumble the opportunity to save big at Matthews Motors. Check us out on our website for updated service specials. We are the walking man and woman's friend.
Talking to Takayo. Mike McCarroll here alongside Takayo Siddle, head coach of the Seahawks. UNCW back home this week finally, but before they got home, they had to go on the road to start conference play. So the road was long non-conference-wise. It continued in the conference slate as well, Coach. And you go to two tough opponents, Drexel and Towson, two teams with that by nature are going to be physical games as well and have some good players, two first-team all-conference players on each of those teams. Amari Williams, the preseason player of the year on Drexel. And let's talk about Drexel. As you said afterwards, hey, shots weren't falling. Yeah. You've got to make shots to win games. 5 threes in the first half. You were sitting pretty good, only down 2 in the second half. 1 of 13 from long range, and you had great looks. I mean, it's got to be frustrating when you're seeing the offense run like it should, but the shots just not falling.
Yeah, I can't really pinpoint it. As a coach, you go back and say, well, should I have done this? Should I have done that? I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, I was talking to one of my mentors. It's a make or miss game. The team that makes the most shots is probably going to win the game, and we just didn't make enough. I thought we had great looks from our guys that normally make shots for us. I don't know if it was the wear and tear of just being on the road so much, or I don't know what it was. I'm not going to make any excuses. We just didn't make enough shots, and they were ready for us. We beat them 2 times last year. They returned everybody from that team last year except for one key guy. And so they were ticked off. And the way that we beat them last year was, they had the game both times, and we came back and won both times. And, so they were ticked off. They were ready. Our guys knew that. I thought we were tough enough in the first half. And when you don't make shots, it really deflates you defensively. And we just couldn't shake it. And, we didn't play our best game.
Drexel wins this game 78-63, and sometimes when you're not making it and there's another guy in their team that is Luke House, I mean, you go into this game, Luke House isn't a guy that you're really talking about. I know you do in your breakdown, but he has a big night as well. And sometimes it just seems like it didn't seem like the cards were stacked against you in a game like this.
I wouldn't necessarily say that, but we they shot the ball well in the game against Hampton before we played them, and they hadn't been shooting it that way. They normally make like 6 threes a game, and he made 6 by himself, it seems. But when we weren't guarding, we had no energy on that end of the floor, so we missed shot after shot. They were leaking out, getting transition threes, and he was wide open. We would lose him in the half court. He was wide open, and he was seeing the ocean that night, and it was his night. And so next time we play him, we got to make sure we lock in on him a little bit better.
So again, Drexel wins this game 78-63. Then it's the quick turnaround. Now the good thing is in conference play, you kind of get some rhythm. You're playing Thursday, you're playing Saturday, but on the road, the quick turnaround as well. What were you able to do to get ready and to try to learn from the lesson and the loss at Drexel?
So it was a little bit more of a softer approach as we continued our process, of coming in and watching film the next day and making sure that we honed in on some of the things that we didn't do so well, and some of the things that we did well, we wanted to highlight those as well. And then we quickly moved on because we only had 1 day in between, so rest was the most important thing. So we did everything pretty much on film work and walking through in the ballroom or on their court. And then, kind of let the guys relax their mind a little bit, try to get a little bit of rest. And then I thought we came out and competed really hard. I thought we were tougher for the most part of the game. They just made one more shot than us.
And it was an entertaining game. I mean, from a fan's perspective, 10 ties, 10 lead changes, back and forth. I mean, this was a high-level CAA conference basketball game. To see you guys go back and forth, though, what did that tell you about your kids? Because they were making big shots, and you came back and you made big shots.
We didn't play our best game, and we lost on a buzzer beater. So that was something that we took away from that. We made a couple mistakes down the stretch where we challenge a shot and we leak out instead of sprinting back into play and blocking out, and they get that offensive rebound, which led to them calling a timeout. and them getting that last second shot in the corner. We fell down, which we didn't intentionally do that. We fell down, and they were able to get underneath us and put us in rotation. And the kid hit a great shot in the corner, freshman. He's going to be really good, but they hit a tough shot in the corner, and when his opportunity was presented, he capitalized on it. So, it was tough. It was a tough way to go out, but I thought we answered the bell because we were out rebounding them at one point, for the majority of the game. So we were tough enough. We just didn't make enough plays down the stretch, and they did.
Yeah, one of the best rebounding teams in the country is Towson, just a -4 on the glass there. And you put the ball in the hands of Trazarian White time and time again, and he delivered 33 points, a career high for him, 13 of 22, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. He continues to get to the stripe. What did you see in the matchups with him that you thought, okay, this is going to work to get him the ball? Because obviously it did quite a bit.
It wasn't necessarily for him to all right, we want him to get all the shots. We wanted to put him in a position. We knew we had to play inside out, and we knew they were going to really gap plug and take our driving lanes away. So another way for us to get it there is to post him, to get some type of penetration. So we threw it into him, and he made some really good plays for us. His offense was going at a high level. So he made some really good plays for us, and when he kicked it out, we just didn't make enough threes. We just didn't make enough shots on the perimeter to get the separation we needed.
10 fast break points for UNCW in this game brings up a question from Herb. When you're playing some rugged defenses in the CAA like this, how can you get out and run with tempo? How can you create and dictate the offense against a team like a Towson and others that are very physical like that?
Yeah, well, actually, we had like 16 when you go back. I know the stat sheet says that, so we got our average. But you have to get stops. You have to be able to get stops in order to get out and run, clean stops. And like I said before, everybody knows who we are. They know our identity. So if we're a running team, we got to run a little bit harder. Got to run a little bit harder. We got to pitch it a little bit more early. We got to play with more force just overall in order to impose our will.
A loss is a loss, but when you lose close to the buzzer like that, is it more difficult to take as a coach, as a player? Is it more deflating to take that kind of loss?
I was numb for a little while after. I really didn't have any emotion after. I think maybe for me it's harder to take a loss when you don't do your system and be who you are, and you lose a game in that fashion. I think for the most part of the game we were playing our system and playing to who we are for the majority of that game. The whole game. And they hit one shot, so I think I was able to digest it a little bit better than us just going up there just playing without a purpose.
Yeah, again, entertaining game. You make a couple more shots here and there, it's a different story. Unfortunately, it's not for the Seahawks as they come up short 67-64 against Towson on Saturday. We'll put that to rest. We'll take a break here. We'll start to move ahead to what's ahead for UNCW. Again, a start of a string at home for the Seahawks starting on Thursday, then Sunday. It's a lot of sports coming up if you're a Seahawk basketball fan. Other sports as well going on campus as well. We're going to talk about that when we return. Stay with us. More talking to Takayo after this.
You know one thing I love about Buffalo Wild Wings? You can get wings with any of their 26 sauces and dry rubs for takeout and delivery. That's like bringing an entire B-dubs home with you, which you can't do. I tried. I've knocked down so many walls, only to then be told to halt construction because I'm not zoned to be a sports bar. Kind of just looks like a big pergola or something because of the lack of walls. At least these 26 sauces and dry rubs are available to go. Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go sports bar.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites, Landwell Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. Hamptonin.com and support the Seahawks.
Walk-On athletes put everything they got into the game. Walk-On Sports Bistro puts everything they got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Dig in to mouth-watering made-from-scratch Louisiana cuisine like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. All in front of 70-plus TVs with 40 beers on tap. Watching the game at home? Well, Walk-On's family and friends bundles are available to go. You can order online or through the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro, more than restaurant. 3710 Oleander Drive in Wilmington.
They say consistency is the key to success. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently refreshing and light? Michelob Ultra, only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
From sporty SUVs to rugged and dependable trucks, the Ford lineup has something for everyone, and Capital Ford makes it easy to find the right one for you. Shop online at CapitalFordWilmington.com. That's CapitalFordWilmington.com, where you'll find over 2,000 new and used vehicles to choose from. You can fill out a finance application, get a quote for your trade, and even complete your purchase completely online. Or come see us on Oleander Drive. And remember, if you buy anywhere else, you'll pay too much.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
The Ogden Tap Room opened its doors in the summer of 2013. The goal? Create a family-friendly restaurant and bar where the locals gather to eat, drink, and celebrate special occasions. 5 years later, it's just that. We open daily for lunch and dinner, and the bar is well known for its state-of-the-art draft system. We also have a wonderful patio that's perfect for live music and events. Come join us at the Ogden Tap Room. We'd love to share our great food, drinks, and service with you.
Join O2 Fitness and save $15 per month with the UNCW Student Special. Your membership gives you access to all 4 locations in Wilmington, located on Independence Boulevard, Racine Drive, in Mayfair Town Center, and in Porter's Neck. Visit in club or go to o2fitnessclubs.com/UNCW. That's the letter O, the number 2, fitnessclubs with an S.com/UNCW, and a membership advisor will help you get started with your student rate.
When it comes to industrial, hydraulic, hose, and marine supplies, FP Pencil Supply Company is a company you can trust. If we don't have what you need in stock, we'll get it. If you need help troubleshooting a problem, we'll do our best to solve it at competitive prices. We call it the Pencil Focus. Simply put, we know trust comes from a good experience, and we've been providing that to our customers from Wilmington to Jacksonville for 50 years. On the web at fencelsupply.com. That's FENSEL supply.com.
They say consistency is the key to success. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently refreshing and light? Michelob Ultra, only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Talking to Takayo here at Buffalo Wild Wings Old Eastwood Road location, UNCW. They are home this Thursday. Thursday, the Seahawks are home. Friday, the women are home. Saturday, swimming and diving is home. Sunday, women and the men are home. A lot of action going on back in Wilmington here. And, yes, it'll be nice to be back in Trask. It's nice to sleep in our own beds. This last 11 games, 10 have been on the road for UNCW. So put that in perspective to see how the Seahawks have been able to navigate that and be where they are right now. Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week was just a week recapping the 2 games. Trazarian White averaged 26 points, over 8 rebounds. He shot almost 55%. nearly 78% from the free throw line, almost 40% from three as well. The career high 33 points against Towson. Trazarian comes in just 3 points shy of 1,000 in his career, which has a great chance of getting that obviously on Thursday as well. But he's been coming off the bench, but you decided to put him in your starting five on Saturday. In your mind, why make that move, and is it something you're sticking with?
Yes, it's something that I'm sticking with. I wanted to see if we could get off to a better start, add a little bit more scoring punch to the unit. I think those guys have really good chemistry together. They played the majority of the game together anyways. It was just something that I wanted to do, shake it up a little bit. Nothing in particular that Noah has done, because he's been playing some really good ball over the last 5-6 games. So I just wanted to change it up a little bit, see if we could get off to a better start, and I thought we did. But Trey's playing some good basketball right now, and the challenge for him and Shaquem is to get those other guys playing better and try to help them out a little bit more, because they need their help.
Yeah, like you said, you can't be just two guys. You've got to be 3, 4, 5 guys in double figures, certainly to be successful. You mentioned Shaquem Phillips. Joshua asked, how's he feeling with that thumb injury that seems to be kind of continues to nag him, and he seemed like it tweaked a little bit again on Saturday.
Yeah, I think he was worried about it the whole trip. It had been bothering him for some time now, but he's fine. We got the MRI results back, and nothing fractured, nothing broken. He's fine. He'll be ready to go on Thursday.
Ahmad Harvey, what's his status? I see in practice he's kind of not. Well, he's a little bit doing this stuff in practice, but getting ready. What's his status?
Well, it just kind of depends on him and how he feels. Trying to work him into some type of shape right now, and that's uncomfortable for him. It's making his foot a little bit sore, which is normal. So whenever he feels confident and comfortable enough to come out and play, and we feel good about what he can add and bring to our group without him hurting himself even more. So, it's kind of depends on what how he feels.
Yeah, you're going to have to feel comfortable. I would think maybe that's the harder part, because you're in such a good flow right now on what you're doing. Is it going to be difficult to get him into the mix?
It is, and we have a pretty set rotation and number of guys that we want to play. So I don't want to break that up at all. So he's going to have to work his way back into game shape, and he's going to have to prove it in practice. But he is, he's a couple of weeks away from even being in that phase of his recovery.
You look at post play, and right now Eric Vanderheyden's getting a lot more minutes than he had prior, a couple of weeks ago maybe. What are you liking about what he's given you, and maybe not just the offensive but the defensive side as well?
He's just being more consistent. The most consistent out of the 3 guys or 4 guys that we're playing down there. He's able to get us into our pick and roll coverage. He's able to communicate just overall defensively on that end of the floor. He's able to rebound a little bit. He's become more physical. So he's doing some different things, and just having an understanding just overall from an IQ standpoint. I think he's got better feel at that position than some of the other guys. So he's adding some value to our group. He's certainly got some things that he needs to clean up, but he's starting to play some good basketball for us.
A thunderous dunk on top of Charles Thompson as well on Saturday. That kind of got you guys sparked a little bit at that time in the second half.
Yeah, I wish it was like a 4-point play or something. But no, that was impressive. That was a good play by him. I hadn't seen him do that in a while. But so he's starting to get more comfortable.
So, again, some updates on the Seahawks there. And, again, our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week, Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport, where legends are made of. So, your Carolina Ford Dealer, proud partner of Seahawk Athletics. We'll take on the break. More to come on the other side. Stay with us. Talking to Takayo rolls on after this.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talking basketball, but legendary teams let their performance do the talking. Like the Ford Bronco SUV. Rugged and powerful, so you can conquer just about any terrain. Connectivity that allows you to stay in touch. Designed to make your adventures worth talking about for years to come. Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport. That's what legends are made of. See your Carolina Ford dealer today. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Kennedy's Real Estate Service is your local company for all your residential, brokerage, management, and appraisal needs in the Wilmington and New Hanover County area. Tim is not only a UNCW alumni, he has been your friendly broker since 1994 and providing residential appraisals since 1997. Give him a call, 910-799-1068, or visit him on the web at kennedyres.com.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit OleanderChiropractic.com.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
Hardee's 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Pick any 2 handcrafted favorites for only $5. Choose a made-from-scratch biscuit stacked with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or a country fried steak biscuit. With Hardee's 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast, you get double the breakfast goodness, now served till noon every day. Hardee's, goodness in the making. These items only, tax not included. Price and participation may vary. Exclusions may apply by time of day.
Experience what coastal living is all about in a sailfish boat from Marine Warehouse Center. Sailfish boats have been a trusted name in fishing for over 30 years with expertly crafted boats that provide the ultimate offshore fishing and on-water family experiences. Our boats are packed to the brim with features to accommodate the entire crew. Marine Warehouse has sailfish boats with Yamaha-powered outboards in stock. Get yours before they're gone. Visit Marine Warehouse on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com. Be your best self with a membership to Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone. Planet Fitness's goals for members is to feel fit-tacular through exceptional PF member experiences. For just 33 cents a day, that's $10 a month, you'll build both fitness and relationships. The Wilmington area has 3 locations, including one close to campus on Kerr Avenue and also one in Shallotte. Let Planet Fitness make you a better you and have a little fun along the way. Check out Planet Fitness at planetfitness.com.
Wilmington has trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments for more than 76 years. Come visit our brand new store in Independence Mall and shop the area's largest selection of diamonds, bridal jewelry, diamond fashion, Pandora, and much more. Wilmington has voted Reed's as the best jeweler for a reason. Quality jewelry, a friendly atmosphere, and personalized service are what sets us apart. Come visit us to celebrate all life's moments at Reed's Jewelers' beautiful new store at Independence Mall.
Are you ready to take your truck to the next level? Matthews Motors Truck and Accessory Center is your one-stop destination for all things trucks.
We offer a wide range of high-quality accessories and services to make your truck truly yours. Truly yours. Leveling kits starting at $99.99.
Plus, our certified technicians will make sure your accessories are installed correctly and efficiently so you can hit the road with confidence.
Check out Matthews Motors Truck and Accessory Center today at 6480 Market Street. Let's modify your ride.
Back here at Buffalo Wild Wings, talking to Takayo. Back at it next Monday as well. UNCW men's basketball at home Thursday and Sunday coming up. So, Coach, as we talked about, you're into conference play. Obviously, teams know you, very familiar, but you're into this rhythm now. You're playing Thursdays and Saturdays for the most part. Do you like the rhythm now that you get into once you're in the conference?
I do. We know we have home games coming up. That's a plus for sure. Being in the rhythm, the guys are able to, get comfortable again and not have to worry about so much other stuff. So we know who we're playing coming up. All of that stuff is important to us. I think more so for the guys, just getting them as confident and comfortable as possible as we move forward is the most important thing.
What's the biggest key for a team when you're going then from Thursday to Saturday? Again, you're in a rhythm, but then you have that short turnaround time.
The biggest key is trying to get as much rest and get as hydrated as possible. That's the biggest key, and I think we have a pretty good rhythm on that just from being on the road so much and having so many games so close together. I think that's the biggest key is making sure we get our rest and stay hydrated.
You watch a lot of film of yourself, of your opponent as well. Do you rely more on that during that Friday before a Saturday game?
It has to be. It has to be like that all year, but it has to be like that in those short turnarounds. Okay, what are your principles? What is your system? Are you doing you well? That's the most important thing, and then you sprinkle in probably out of the 4 areas that you scout, the personnel of the other team is probably the most important thing, because it's tough to, some of these teams, they run so many different sets. And then some teams run different defenses that you haven't faced yet. So preparing for that in a one-day prep is just tough. And so being you to the best of your ability and making sure you're doing your evals on your team and staying sharp with what you're doing and how you're trying to impose your will on your opponents is the most important thing. And then if you're talking about another team, the personnel is important.
Monmouth on Thursday, they play tonight at home against Northeastern. That gives you a chance maybe to live scout a game as it's going on. Will you be watching that game and take a look at it?
Absolutely. I'll watch it live, and then I have a video guy. He'll cut it up and make sure I get it on my computer so I can rewatch it to make sure I didn't miss anything. So we'll try to gain some type of advantage there. But they're a really good basketball team. They're playing really good ball right now. They're not who they were last year. So we got our hands full.
Yeah, as you look at them, King Rice, their head coach, longtime head coach. Now he's got his son Xander, who's a transfer 1,000-point scorer from Bucknell. What has he added to this team, which you've seen so far?
He's added he's a dynamic offensive player, and I don't want to say just shooter. He can make plays. He can really stretch the defense out. He can go get it off the bounce and create free throw situations. He's shooting a lot of free throws. He makes their team different, along with some other guys they had sitting out last year and that they've added to their roster. They have a really good basketball team.
Yeah, there were some pretty good guys there last year, right? That you had some good games with. You knew that they were going to start winning some games. They certainly did. So it's a very good opponent in Monmouth coming into town on Thursday night. We'll take one more break here. We'll talk a little bit more about that and what to expect here this weekend coming up. Again, a lot going on campus, a lot of opportunities to see men's basketball, other sports as well, and also Red Panda as well. We're going to talk about that when we get back. Yes, Red Panda's coming.
I like Red Panda.
There you go. We're going to talk about that next. Stay with us.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
From sporty SUVs to rugged and dependable trucks, the Ford lineup has something for everyone, and Capital Ford makes it easy to find the right one for you. Shop online at CapitalFordWilmington.com. That's CapitalFordWilmington.com, where you'll find over 2,000 new and used vehicles to choose from. You can fill out a finance application, get a quote for your trade, and even complete your purchase completely online. Or come see us on Oleander Drive. And remember, if you buy anywhere else, you'll pay too much.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landville Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInn.com and support the Seahawks.
Today we have two very special guests on our program. Introducing Len and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
It's bow time. Tis the season for food and family, but thanks to Bojangles, you don't have to spend hours in the kitchen when loved ones come home for the holidays. Set down the spatula and put away the mixing bowls, because this holiday season, Bojangles is ready to help you celebrate with all your family favorites, like Chicken Supreme, Cajun Filet Biscuits, or a big bowl box of hand-breaded chicken, scratch-made biscuits, and fixings for the whole family. We'll make the food so you can focus on making memories. Head to Bojangles and gift yourself a taste of home. It's bow time.
Keith Alton with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
When it comes to industrial, hydraulic, hose, and marine supplies, FP Pencil Supply Company is a company you can trust. If we don't have what you need in stock, we'll get it. If you need help troubleshooting a problem, we'll do our best to solve it at competitive prices. We call it the Pencil Focus. Simply put, we know trust comes from a good experience, and we've been providing that to our customers from Wilmington to Jacksonville for 50 years. On the web at fencelsupply.com. That's FENSEL supply.com.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Wrapping things up for this week's show. Again, back at it next Monday at noon right here at Buffalo Wild Wings Old Eastwood Road location. Mike Vaccaro alongside the coach, Takayo Siddle. Again, the Seahawks Thursday, 7 o'clock, hosting Monmouth. The women take on Northeastern Friday at 7 o'clock. And then on Saturday, 11 a.m., it's swimming and diving against Davidson. Senior day for your guy there, Bobby Gantoro, leading that team, the swimming and diving, to both championships last year. Trying to do that once again, taking on Davidson on Saturday. And then Sunday doubleheader, women versus Drexel at noon, men versus Delaware at 4 o'clock. Red Panda at halftime for both those shows on Sunday, Coach. We're opening things up here, bringing in Red Panda.
Let's go. I mean, I got a chance to see her. She came and did our Midnight Madness when I was at NC State, and I was so impressed. And then to see her doing some of these NBA games, she's very talented.
So we're going to see some talent on the floor during the game and at halftime as well. So a chance to certainly see some great action. But again, coming back home, your message I would think would be take advantage of being at home now for 3 out of your next 4 games at home.
Yeah, just relax. I really do get nervous about playing at home because they, you have the tendency to get frantic, be very anxious, and I just want them to relax, cut loose, have fun, play the right way, play together, and like you said, take advantage of being home and playing in front of the best fan base in our conference and one of the best in the country.
Students will be back. Students start classes back on Wednesday. So again, that place should be rocking. What's it like, from your perspective, when that place is filled? You're hearing it, and again, you're surrounded by all those fans.
Special. That's the only way that I can put it into words. It's just a special feeling. Like every time I walk out, I get chills. The students, and I have a good relationship with all of them, and just interacting with them and our fans. Some of them are here today, and our supporters. It's just a special feeling to be able to coach here at this university for this fan base, to be a part of the Wilmington community. It's just a special thing, and I don't take it for granted.
Well, we're looking for a special environment with these games coming up again starting Thursday, 7 o'clock UNCW against Monmouth. Come on out, get those tickets, uncwsports.com/buy tickets. If you cannot get there, we will have the game for you on Flow Sports and on 95.9 FM The Breeze as well, the Sunrise Radio app. Coach, best of luck.
Thank you, Mike.
For Takayo, Riley Nance, and our entire crew, I'm Mike McCarroll. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on an edition of Talking to Takayo here at Buffalo Wild Wings, Old Eastwood Road location.